Good evening. I apologize for the delay.
Wait. My broadcast.
Oh,
Phone's on vibrate. Phone's on vibrate, please.
We're live, Your Honor.
thank you. Good evening. The special meeting of the City Council will please come to order. I'd like to invite the Newark Police Department Honor Guard for the presentation of the colors. Please rise and remain standing for the posting of the colors. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite grandchildren of Vice Mayor Freitas and my grandchildren to please join us up here for the Pledge of Allegiance. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you to the City of Newark's Color Guard. Please be seated. Well, if that wasn't the most enthusiastic Pledge of Allegiance we've had in this building in a long time.
5 years old, 5 years old.
Let the record show that all council members are present this evening. It's also noted that council member-elect Eve Marie Little, Julie Contancio, and Terrence Grindal are also in the audience this evening. This is truly a historic meeting at this last city council meeting for three long-standing city council members. Ms. Ana Apodaca, with over 9 years of experience and service to our community. Ms. Susie Collazo, whose monogram is Shop Newark, with 13 years of service, and Mr. Louis Freitas, our vice mayor, with 29 years of service. Over 50 years of service. We will be swearing in 3 new council members, something that has not happened in Newark since 1968. It is the, Mayor Nagy, were you here at that time? I got to get my digs in before he has an opportunity to get to the microphone. It is the first time this has occurred since the mayor became a directly elected official in 1972. I would like to acknowledge the dignitaries who are with us this evening. Let me start off, first of all, with our neighbor, the former mayor, as of about 2 days ago, the mayor of Union City, former Mayor Carol Dutra Venacci. Mayor Carroll, following in the footsteps of many in our own community of Newark, had over 30 years of experience in the city of Union City. Our partnership with Union City is strong. We work together on various regional issues, always, certainly Mayor Dutra Venacci, always looking out for the best interests of our city and vice versa. Thank you for your service to your community and the Tri-City area. I'd like to welcome, I believe, Assemblymember Alex Lee. Is Mr. Lee in the audience today? On his way. Okay, let me make a note. We will hold off recognizing. Hey, we love Assemblymember Alex Lee. He has been so good to the community of Newark with so much funding for infrastructure projects, quiet train zones, and things of that nature. So we're really pleased to have a partnership with him. Through his, I'm going to come back to that because I want him to be recognized when he's here for all the things that he's done for our community. And as he walks in, I think we need to give him a nice big round of applause. Assemblymember Lee has been a huge supporter of Newark. Through his legislative lobbying efforts within the past 2 years, he has been able to secure, and this is no misprint, $5.8 million in funding for various projects in Newark, including quiet zones, broadband master plan, and the city's first resource center, and our Old Town Streetscape project. Assemblymember Lee, it's so great to have you. We have various community members inside the chambers representing an array of local agencies and community nonprofit groups and governmental agencies. This includes elected officials, appointed officials, the librarian, and former city managers. We also have members of the Senior Advisory Committee, Community Development Advisory Committee, Measure GG, Tax Oversight Committee, and our Planning Commission. Just want to make mention of Measure GG. Remember, we built this city hall not only on time, but below budget. You don't see that happening in most government agencies. Also pleased to recognize one of our former council members who's here in the audience, Mr. Bob Marshall. Mr. Marshall? We also have two leaders whose dedication and commitment to building our community are unparalleled. The distinguished gentleman, actually one of them is here tonight, one of the gentlemen who, oh, by the way, as you walk by the library, you'll see his name prominently displayed. A gentleman that served our community for 42 years, and my predecessor as the mayor of the city of Newark, Al Nagy. I called Mayor Nagy as I arrived tonight, and I said, I wasn't sure the mayor had arrived yet. I said, Mayor, I just want to let you know the parking space that you had always utilized as mayor is available for you to use tonight. And he says to me, you're the mayor now. But it's just the respect that we have as a council for those that have led this organization before us. We don't forget their contributions, and we're grateful for all that they do day in and out. He now works harder, in all due respect, as really kind of the unofficial leader of Viola Blythe, and a nonprofit organization that provides thousands and thousands of meals and food to needy residents in the Tri-City area. Mayor Nagy, thank you for your continued support of our community. There are going to be two meetings this evening. If you don't like the first one, we're going to do a second one. The first meeting is a special meeting in which the current council members will vote to certify the election results. The three council members will then leave the dais. The city clerk will then administer the oath of office for the three new council members and myself. The new council will then proceed with a short, regular city council meeting that consists of a light agenda. You saw my speech, Mr. Benoon. We will then lead to the lobby for a reception to celebrate this evening. City Manager reports.
Yes, good evening, Your Honor, and members of the council. Considering this historic moment, would Your Honor be so kind as to permit me to say a few words?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Your Honor. It is quite an understatement to say that Newark makes history when it comes to municipal elections and city council leadership. Indeed, 2 years ago, we gathered in these chambers to witness the transition to a new mayor, the third one in my lifetime. Today, for the first time in over 50 years, we will be swearing in 3 new council members, and we will all witness 51 years of combined leadership step down from office. If that doesn't scream Newark, then I don't know what would. I would like to take a moment on behalf of all city staff to thank the 3 outgoing council members for their record-setting commitment to our community. Ms. Apodaca, you were born and raised in this community, so it comes as no surprise that you exemplify the Newark can-do spirit. You have a vision for this community, and you take steps to further that vision. You also know how to build community, which includes the time when we were kids and you built my big wheel. True story. Thank you for your service. Ms. Coyasso, you are one of the nicest people I know. Your thoughtfulness and extraordinary empathy towards others manifests itself at our council meetings in your beaming smile. You unabashedly support local businesses with your trademark phrase, Shop Newark. And I know you will continue to support the community in all the ways that you can, so we will see you sometime soon. Mr. Freitas, you have always treated city staff with utmost respect. You act with dignity and with ethics. You are a true gentleman. You hold the record for 3rd longest serving member of our council, and in 1995, you won your seat by a slim margin of 5 votes. Given your place in Newark electoral history, it is only fitting that your successor be chosen by 3 votes. Mr. Vice Mayor, dare I say, Mr. Bronze, thank you for your service. To express staff's gratitude for your trust in all of us, after each of you step down from your office, I will give you a City of Newark flag. Each flag was recently flown over the Civic Center complex which all of you have championed and helped build. A council, like all other organizations, is defined not by one individual, but instead by the strength and resiliency of all of its members. This council was truly greater than the sum of its parts, and I have every reason to believe the new council will continue in that vein. Newark voters have spoken, and they have placed their trust in our esteemed mayor and 3 community leaders to write the next chapter in Newark's history. I offer a heartfelt congratulations to all of them. Mr. Grindal, your wealth of experience in land use and community development, coupled with your experience with our school district and your deep connection to our community, as shown through your extensive volunteer work, will serve the community well. We look forward to seeing your expertise further our shared vision of Newark's bright future. Ms. Catancio, your advanced educational background, which includes a master's degree and a law degree, will bring a scholarly perspective to our council. From serving as a teacher in our school district to serving on our planning commission and to previously practicing law, you will offer many perspectives. Also, I hope this doesn't mean I have to stop making lawyer jokes. Ms. Little, your background as a college professor in hospitality management will bring a renewed sense of passion for our recreational programming. I have no doubt that your unbridled enthusiasm will be infectious to all of us and will ripple throughout our council, city staff, and our entire Newark community. I foresee a lot of smiles and laughter in our future. Mayor Hannon, it has been a pleasure working with you the past 10 years. Under your leadership the past 2 years as mayor, the city adopted its first facilities master plan, updated our parks master plan, began construction of our first resource center, and adopted the city's housing element, which contains many projects and programs to address affordable housing.
He was showing me quickly a replay on the Niner game. I'm not gonna let anybody in on it, but holy That's perfect. Yeah.
You are very outspoken in your support of staff, and that never goes unnoticed. We thank you for your kindness, and we look forward to your continued leadership. Finally, I would like to make one final comment. City staff remains committed to the success of our entire Newark community. That professionalism and commitment extends to all facets of this organization, including all the way up to the Newark City Council. There are many devoted and talented staff members who are here with us this evening, and we all stand at the ready to implement the council's new vision for our beloved community. Turning to the staff report at hand, California Election Codes Section 15374 requires that before installing new officers of a legislative body, the body must adopt a resolution reciting certain facts related to the outcome of the election. A resolution has been prepared, and that resolution satisfies those legal requirements. The election results are as follows. For the 2-year term to serve as mayor, Newark voters have re-elected the Honorable Michael K. Hannon.
Thank you, James.
For a 4-year term to serve as a member of the City Council, Newark voters have elected Mr. Terrence Grindal. For another 4-year term to serve as a member of the City Council, Newark voters have elected Ms. Julie Del Catancio. For a 2-year term to serve as a member of the City Council, Newark voters have elected Ms. Eve Marie Little. Also, Measure LL was an initiative placed on the ballot by the City Council seeking voter approval to increase the transient occupancy tax, commonly known as the hotel tax, from 10% to 14%, with the additional revenue to be used for various purposes. Voters approved the measure by over 80%. Staff recommends that the council adopt a resolution that is attached to the staff report. I'd be happy to answer any questions that the council may have. And again, on behalf of all city staff, we sincerely thank you for your extraordinary service. Thank you.
Before we take a vote on the specific resolution, is there anybody in the audience that would like to speak? And I'm certainly going to invite former Mayor Al Nagy to have an opportunity to say a few words. Mayor Nagy.
This will not constitute the payback that you're going to get, Michael. But when I told people I was going to make a retirement speech today, there was a lot of excitement until I told them I wasn't the one who was retiring. But Louis Freitas and Susan Collazo are retiring, and this is the day that their spouses will remember forever. I was on the city council when you were first elected, and I wanted to be here tonight when you're retiring from the city council. Mostly to thank you both for your service to Newark and to let you know how much I have appreciated your support over these many years. You've both served with honor and distinction. You've done things your way and the Newark way. Upon reflection, if you ask yourself, is Newark better off today than when you first joined the city council, the resounding answer would be yes. Susie, now you have much more time to shop Newark. Louis, obrigado, my friend, and to you both, Godspeed. And now, a new generation of leaders will be at the helm of the ship Newark. To each of you, congratulations and good luck. May you always guide the ship Newark through calm waters. Thank you and congratulations again.
Is there anyone else? Yes, Mayor Carroll, please join us.
So I did not write any comments, so this is all going to be off the top of my head. So the reason I came this evening, of course, is to return the kindness because Mayor Hannon came to Union City 2 nights ago and interjected some humor at our city council meeting in Newark. So we really did appreciate that. So I congratulate you on your reelection, and I have to say that I've only known 3 Fremont mayors, Dave Smith, Al Nagy, and now you, Mike, and all 3 of you are true gentlemen, and I've been honored to work with all of you. And for you in the last 2 years, you've certainly no disappointments whatsoever. You've been fantastic. For the 3 that are leaving, I hadn't planned on making any comments, but I want to be sure to recognize you. I first ran for Union City City Council in 1997, and Louis was already on the Newark Council. So to help the Portuguese population, Louis came into Union City to one of my campaign breakfasts. So I appreciate that so much. But what I did also want to say, Louis, is that since you were not at last week's Alameda County Transportation Commission meeting, what you did miss for all of us commissioners that were leaving were nothing but kind words about what a kind gentleman you were. Hayward Mayor Mark Salinas, since you sat next to him, mentioned how wonderful it was and how he really enjoyed that. So you got nothing but accolades at that meeting. So I think they're filmed. You could go online and watch it if you like. Susie, it was a pleasure getting to know you as a council member. I really appreciate that, and I do come and shop Newark. I come over to Tortilla Factory and spend a few dollars every now and then, along with some other places. And for Anna, this wasn't the first rodeo for Anna, as you all know, and I think really the teamwork, and as you were talking about, Mike, the fun Fremont, Union City, and Newark, that I think I want to take credit with Anna and Anu Ratrajan from Fremont, because the 3 of us, when we were serving as city council members together with League in California city meetings, would carpool and have a wonderful time, and so really with the 3 of us women, and I think we were the only 3 women on the council at the time. Anu was only one in Fremont, Anna was in Newark, and I was in Union City as well. So in any case, always appreciated those adventures. And speaking of women, I do want to commend Newark's community for electing 2 women to be on the council. That is fantastic. I'm sad to say that in Union City, for the first time in 50 years, there will be not a female on the city council. So I'm very sad about that, but in 2 years, maybe we can turn that around. Not that I'm going to run again, but somebody else. So again, congratulations to all of you. Terrence, I should say, I had a pleasure. It was a pleasure working with you when I was a council member, and you were in a different role with the city of Newark. So I do appreciate that. And for the 2 new women coming on board, I wish you luck as well, because like we say, we got to keep the women on the council, because in my opinion, it's a different flavor with a woman in the mix. So again, thank you for all of you, and congratulations.
Is there anyone else in the audience that'd like to speak under public comment? If not, we're going to go ahead and move on. Colleagues, this is your opportunity to say a few words as you prepare to leave the dais. Before, one of those folks that's not leaving, though, Councilmember Jorgens, let me turn it over to you for a few minutes.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Just briefly, because I know 3 of you are going to want to speak, I do want to thank all of you for, serving, Newark alongside me for the last 2 years or the last 6 months. Councilmember Freitas, you've served Newark for 29 years. That's most of my life. And so much of what you've done has shaped the Newark that I grew up in and wanted to come back and serve. So I really want to thank you. In the last 2 years, have been terrific sitting next to you. I can't remember how many times, you brought up some comment and I was like, writing something down really quickly because I hadn't thought of that point before. And, just bring something, that, you've just given so much to Newark that, it's meant a lot to me to be able to serve with you over the last 2 years. Wish I could have served with you more of those 29 years, but happy for the 2. You've done such great work for Newark. Councilmember Collazo, I started working with you when I was, before I was on the council, when I was a field representative for the local state assembly member, and it's always been terrific working with you in that role, and it was so great working with you in this role too, and you've just done so much for Newark, and I know you're going to continue to do so much for Newark, and as a reminder, again, we're going to say it a lot tonight, but shop Newark. Councilmember Apodaca, we've done a lot of big things over the last 6 months, and it's been just really great to have you at the desk, bringing your perspective and insights, and, especially some of the things that we've done over the last 6 months. Your fingerprints are going to be on it. It's going to, those projects are going to be better because of it. So I really thank you for stepping up to kind of serve under kind of weird circumstances, just 6 months, but you've done so much there and provided so much that's going to benefit Newark for years to come. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Jorgens. Councilmember Apodaca.
There we go, thanks. You think I'd have it figured out by now? I never imagined I would be back on the dais. These past few months have truly been a gift. Thank you to Mayor and the council for giving me this opportunity to serve my community once again. I'm proud to be Newark's only recycled council member. Councilmember Collazo and Freitas, it was my pleasure to serve nearly 10 years with you both. Your dedication to the Newark community has been selfless. I want to thank you and especially your families because they too have sacrificed as you dedicated your time to the community. I'll share with you that there is life after council, and I hope you enjoy this next phase, knowing your contributions to our community have left a lasting impact on all of us in Newark and beyond. To our new city council members, I am so excited for you and want to share a bit of advice. Remember to remain open to new ideas, embrace our history and those who came before you. Ask questions, but remember, campaigns can be personal and petty, but now the campaign is over. It is time to lead. And I ask those that will be taking their oath tonight to truly hold on to the words of that oath. We, the citizens of Newark, expect and deserve our leaders to serve all residents of our city, no matter whom they voted for, and to lead without bringing pettiness or retributions into these chambers. Never take anything personally, and it's critical that you learn how to disagree civilly. Council members-elect, you have a wonderful staff. Their experience and expertise is a great resource for you. As someone who has worked with many city staffs throughout Alameda County, I can say Newark's small and incredibly dedicated staff are amongst the best. They are your best resources, and I hope as you bring your new ideas and philosophy, you treat them with the professionalism they deserve. As I return to life as a regular citizen, I will do my civic duty and remain involved in my community and our governance. Don't worry, I won't be too involved. But we may not know each other very well, but I want you to know my door will always be open, and should you ever need my help. Thank you to my colleagues on the council, to city staff, and to our residents. It was and will always be my honor to serve this amazing community. Until next time.
Councilmember Collazo.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to say a few words in Spanish first. Quiero darles las gracias. Con inmensa gratitud y admiración, quiero expresar mi más sincero agradecimiento a los líderes de esta comunidad, a la comunidad que me eligió, a mis amigos y a mis familiares, quienes con su generosidad y esfuerzo que me apoyaron para lograr mi meta como concejal de la ciudad de Newark. Este logro no hubiera sido posible sin el compromiso y el apoyo de cada uno de ustedes, quienes me demostraron que juntos podemos hacer la diferencia en la vida de esos que los necesitan más. Les deseo a todos de corazón que sus vidas estén siempre llenas de salud, trabajo y prosperidad. Que la empatía y la paz siga iluminando sus caminos y motivos a muchas más a unirse, que los motiven mucho más a unirse en este hermoso caminar. No les digo adiós, sino hasta luego. Todos saben en dónde encontrarme. Les envío un abrazo lleno de gratitud, paz y amor. Gracias a ustedes. I know I'm a crybaby. I have a very soft heart. But I want to thank all of you with immense gratitude and admiration. I want to sincerely express my heartfelt thanks to my leaders that are past and present, all my city leaders, members of our community who put their trust in me, my friends and my family for believing in me. Your generosity and effort have supported me in achieving my goal as Newark City Council. This accomplishment would not have been possible without the commitment and support of every one of you. You have shown me that together we can make a difference in the lives of those who need it most. I sincerely wish you all a life filled with health, lots of work, and prosperity. May empathy and peace illuminate your paths and inspire many more to join us on this beautiful journey. I know my dad is watching from heaven, and he will continue to guide me. At this point, I'm not saying goodbye. Rather, I'll see you around. You all know where to find me. Sending you all a hug filled with gratitude, peace, and love. Happy holidays to all of you, and please shop Newark.
It's not uncommon for these closing remarks to get emotional. These are folks that have served our community for such a long period of time, unwavering in terms of their dedication to this community. These are folks that truly love the city of Newark. You see it in their words and their comments, and we thank them for their service. Vice Mayor Freitas.
Thank you, Your Honor. Honorable Mayor Mike Hannon, honorable council members Collazo, Apodoc, and Jorgens, Planning Commissions Bill Fitz, John Becker, Jeff Aguilar, Lori Bogajit, and Julie Delcan, soon to be exits. Distinguished guests, to the citizens of Newark, it has been a profound pleasure to represent you at the City Council for the past 29 years. Thank you for electing me 7 consecutive terms. To my wife Fatima, it is because of your support and love that I have served. You are my best friend and the best cheerleader. To my son, Mark Freitas, to my daughter, Nicole Salvador, to my Anna, and Laura in-law, and Tony Salvador, my son-in-law, to my grandkids, Mary, Marissa, Mackenzie, Zachary, Maxon, Mia, and Miley. It's a very large family, almost. To the Newark staff, you have been an outstanding team to work with. It is through your support and your efforts that Newark has become the great city that it is. The quality of life in our community has been enhanced throughout the efforts of our senior center, Planning Commission, and every other department within the city. I have been blessed to work with Mayor David Smith, then Mayor Alan Nagy, and now Honorable Mayor Mike Hannon. Each mayor, while different in many ways, also kept the best for Newark as their highest priorities. It has been wonderful to work with my counterparts on the City Council. You have each brought your perspective and personalities to the office, but with the highest priority being on the well-being of our community. I'm not done. It's 7 pages to go. So. Mayor Mike Hannon elected. Congratulations on your re-election. Even though not been recognized by the Bay Area newspaper group or endorsed by, but you are the mayor of the grassroots campaigning. Definitely you did on your campaign on the extra mile walking, if you will, and I noticed that many, many times. Along, what's the name of your dog?
Rosie.
Rosie, along with Rosie. Kudos to the First Lady of Newark, Ms. Kat Hannon, Ireland Assembly, of a great job as a campaign manager. But I used to call her the First Lady of Newark, but tonight I was pushed to the side, and I have to name the First Lady of Newark the Queen of St. Edward Catholic School Library. That's the new name. For how many years? More than 29 years, correct?
Yes.
So you beat me there too. Miss Susie Collazo, a great friend. We called each other comadre and compadre. Do you remember that? We agreed 13 years ago. I guess it was a nickname we created for us. On the first campaign, you have been a true friend. I knew you from the first campaign. You've been a true friend and an excellent councilwoman to work with. I wish you a very good retire and health for you and for Vicente, along with you, so the best to you, both of you. Miss Anna Podok, I can retire her tonight as a recycled councilwoman. Well, it is, that's what it is. So, Anna, thank you for your effort. So, yes, about 3 months ago, when council seat became vacant, and we, the council, along with the city manager, we posted a vacancy and with 10 applicants. And without doubt, you were selected to fill a very successful and unanimously vote to fill. So thank you for your second time at the city council, and I love you. Thank you you've been great friends. Council Member Jurgens. So you've been on this council for 2 years. Took me 10 years to be a rookie council member. And tonight you're jumping from rookie council member to a senior council member. How's that? Goes along with my good colleague, Mayor Vernacci Dutra from Union City. We are a very diversified council, 3-2. So you went to your council 5 men, much as it's too bad to be on the council. We are a very diversified council here. So. But Jorgensen, thank you for your effort, and you have a very bright political future in the city of Newark. Looking forward. Eve Marie Little. Eve Marie. Oh my gosh. You are the ones. Your ballot, when I read your ballot first, when you came out and you stated a university professor, that caught my eye. And when you came into, you one of those applicants coming for filling the temporary council member, and when you coming forward, we, the city manager, along with the council, we prepared a handout with 8 questions to hand out to the prospect applicants. I guess you are number 5 or number 6 on the list, whoever it was. And you didn't give a chance to the council to read the questions. You blah, 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 you read the questions and you answer the questions. So you made my day on that day, so. Right. You remember that? Yes. You, along with Councilmember Apodaca, applied for, but we didn't select you because, I guess we didn't select you because you were outspoken person, but one of those questions was, are you seeking the election of the council? And we try not to give an advantage to the council, and that's why you selected, but we picked a good recycled person to fill the council. Are you ready to roll up your sleeves for this new? Are you? So the best to you, and well deserved. So, Mr. Grandal, definitely you will bring the experience to this borough as an insider because you worked many years on the executive team. I am sure this new council structure will benefit from. And this applied to the 3 new councils. This council now, not this council, but this IA technology on the councils, it's a very demanding. So be prepared for long meetings, long technology advanced, and special Mr. Miranda will put up you to date. So he is the technology director here. Julie. So you're switching from planning commission to a council elected. The best to you. A persistent candidate. Race decided by 3 votes. You beat me, lady. 1995. I was by 5 and you beat by 3. So the margin gets slimmer and slimmer. I believe you are a very strong and positive ballot statement, a very support family campaign atmosphere. I want to wish you the best of the best as a council-elected Julie Delcancio. So tonight I'm saying my final goodbye. Obrigado, but like Councilmember Caiaço said a few words in Spanish, I want to say some words in Portuguese. right? It's kind of boring, but I have to express myself a bit. Meus bons amigos, depois desta longa jornada de 29 anos, muitos momentos bons e alguns menos bons, a vida é composta de tudo isto. Quero-vos dizer obrigado por todas as atenções, encorajamento, palavras de gratidão. Nunca vos esquecerei. Um abraço sincero para todos, vós especialmente, para a minha esposa Fátima, para os meus filhos Marco e Nicole, para os meus netinhos, Madison, Marissa, and Mackenzie, Zachary, Max, me, and Miley. Blessed be good forever. Bendito seja Deus para sempre. Boa noite.
I feel like I should have given all the council members Miranda rights before Vice Mayor Freitas read his script. Now, we need to take a vote, colleagues, and it needs to be a voice vote on the item before us. May I get a motion?
So moved.
By Councilmember
I'm
Collazo,
glad to second the motion.
by Vice Mayor Freitas. We need to do a voice vote. Do you need to call that, City Clerk Harrington, or just simply,
Whatever your pleasure is. Your
all
Honor.
those in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
There's no opposition. That passes unanimously.
Resolution of the City Council of the City of Newark declaring the results of the general municipal election held on November 5th, 2024.
I would like to invite Councilmember Ana Apodaca to join me at the podium. I would never call Councilmember Ana Apodaca recycled. What I would say is I have her on speed dial. Should that need to rise again in the future. Before I get into the accommodation that the city has prepared for Councilmember Apodaca, I do want to say a few words. What a true treasure to our community. Here's a woman that has served our community with such distinction. And we had the unfortunate situation where a council member resigned. And we needed to fill that position. And I knew I wanted to fill the position with somebody that would fill the term until the election, because I felt it was important that the residents of the city of Newark have the opportunity to choose that representative. I did not want to give favor to somebody as an incumbent who would only serve for a few months. So I called former council member Ana Apodaca, and she immediately indicated that she would be proud to serve. And we're a better community when you can reach out to a citizen who served and is now enjoying retirement to say, would you come back and help us out? And without hesitation, she said yes. I promise you tonight, and I think it's actually written in here, Mr. Benoon, we will not be having a closed session tonight. It was funny to watch Ana in closed sessions. We'd be talking about a development or an issue, and Ana would just kind of, scratch her head a little bit like, why haven't you folks dealt with this yet? I dealt with this 10 years ago, and you're still dealing with it today. She brought a historical perspective to the council that was important. She understood the issues. She understood what we were trying to strive for in terms of creating a better community, and she embodies that every day. So it's with great pleasure that I read this commendation to Councilmember Ana Apodaca. Whereas on July 8, 2024, Ana Apodaca was appointed to the Newark City Council to fill a vacancy through certification of the November 5, 2024 election results. And whereas Ana Apodaca is a lifelong Newark resident who previously served on the City Council from 2005 to 2014. She offered her experience, knowledge, and time to serve the city that she loves. Whereas during Ana Apodaca's short and impactful appointment, the City Council adopted the Broadband Master Plan, the Tri-City Hazard Mitigation Plan, the Facilities Master Plan, the Citywide Parks Master Plan, and held six closed sessions. Ana Apodaca was also supported finding field space for the Newark Girls Softball League, and served as a judge for the New Park Dog Park Halloween Costume Contest. We lower ourselves so much to provide community support. Whereas Ana Apodaca thrives on giving back to her community and has many years of involvement with the Hispanic Community Affairs Council, the Chapeau Puente Program, SAVE, Avanzando, and the Newark Graffiti Abatement Team. We'll see in a few weeks. Whereas Ana Apodaca has made many accomplishments during her elected and appointed career and has made significant contributions to the Newark community and has consistently demonstrated a tireless work ethic, a passion for public service, and a deep commitment to enhancing the quality of life for all those she has served. Now, therefore, we, the City Council members for the City of Newark, do hereby commend Ana Apodaca for offering her service as an interim council member, her dedication and tireless service to the Newark community. In witness, therefore, we have set our hands and signatures on this commendation, and I'd like to present it to you today.
Thank you so much.
We're not done yet, by the way. But thank you. I'd now like to invite Assemblymember Alex Lee to present a commendation. Assemblymember.
Councilmember Apodaca, I just want to present to you this certificate from the California State Assembly, or this resolution from the California State Assembly, and not only recognizing your 6 months here on the council, but your return to the council. And I would say more than recycled, but you've been upcycled back for new era when they needed you most. They sent out the bat signal for you. But I really want to commend you for your kindness. When I was still trying to navigate and figure out Newark as a community to represent, you were one of the people I consulted. And to see you back in the council now, just for 6 months, but it feels like much longer than that, frankly, has been a stabilizing force. And I really want to thank you for your incredible service to this community this term and the terms in the past. So thank you so much.
It's my pleasure to invite Simone Chen, representing Congressman Ro Khanna, to please join me.
Good evening, everyone. We have 7 cities in our district, and I live in Fremont, but New York is one of my favorite places to be because of the leadership and because of the community. So on behalf of Congressman Ro Khanna, I would like to present to you a recognition for your dedicated service to the city of Newark. Thank you.
I'm going to have the pleasure of presenting the certificate from Alameda County Astrid Scott, representing State Senator Aisha Wahab. I apologize.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Astrid Scott, and I'm here representing State Senator Dr. Aisha Wahab. And on behalf of the Office of State Senator Dr. Aisha Wahab, you are hereby recognized for your service to the city of Newark during your time at City Council. Your efforts and contributions are greatly appreciated, with sincere gratitude and best wishes on your future endeavors. Congratulations. Thank you.
our county supervisor was not able to join us tonight. And again, similar to other government partners we have in the community, Supervisor Marquez has been a real supporter for the city of Newark. And she wanted to present a commendation to Ms. Apodaca. And it says, in recognition of your extraordinary 9 years of dedicated service to the city of Newark, I commend your unwavering commitment, exemplary leadership, and significant contributions to our community. Over the years, your tireless passion for public service and dedication to improving the lives of others have left an enduring impact on Newark and the broader East Bay. As a council member, your leadership and collaborative spirit have been pivotal in shaping the direction of our city. Congratulations on a remarkable career, and may your enduring legacy continue to inspire others to lead with the same dedication, integrity, and purpose that have defined your service. And this was presented by Supervisor Elisa Marquez.
She broke it, we broke it.
No, we didn't break it, I broke it. Let's be clear about that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Councilmember Ana Apodaca. City Manager Benoon. Sorry. Mayor Hannon presents her. Oh, City Manager Benoon flag. Thank you, Councilmember Apodaca. Next, I'd like to invite Councilmember Susie Collazo to join me. Almost feels like we're the Oakland A's selling our star athletes to the Yankees. Sorry, that's the way it is. When I think of Susie Collazo, first of all, we were so proud to be able to have the first State of the City address outdoors in historic Old Town. And that really came as impetus from Councilmember Collazo, that we need to recognize the value of that part of our community, and nobody exemplifies leadership in that community better than Ana Apodaca. You know, when you're Irish and you make a mistake, you acknowledge it and move on and blame the city manager.
It does say Anna.
Thank you.
Who wrote it?
See, this is what happens when you don't prepare a script. Because I don't like to prepare a script when I'm talking about the contributions of a real friend to our community, because I want my comments to be heartfelt. I don't want them to be rehearsed. And when I think of you, I think of the heart of Newark. You are the heart of Newark. We beat around you, you know? When she gets teary-eyed up here at the council talking about her service, it's because she has a great love for our community. It's like I'm leaving my family, because we are all part of her family. And we're now saying, she's saying goodbye to us. She won't be far away, as she mentioned, but it's not the same. She was involved in real critical decisions for our community when it comes to affordable housing, when it comes to how do we reduce crime in our community. She was there at the forefront with ideas and suggestions on how to make Newark a better community for all of our residents. The fact that she has a great restaurant that serves great food is just simply a side benefit. So it's a great honor for me to recognize Susie Collazo. She told me early on when I was a younger council member, Councilmember Hannon, you're my assistant. What I need, you deliver. And even when you become the mayor, you're still my assistant. Don't forget it. That's the kind of respect that she deserves. Whereas Maria Susie Collazo was first elected to the Newark City Council on November the 8th, 2011, and re-elected in 2016 and 2020. She served as vice mayor in 2015, 2019, and 2023. Whereas in her capacity as a council member and vice mayor, Maria Susie Collazo served on the Alameda County Fire Advisory Commission, the Alameda County Library Advisory Commission, the Alameda County Transportation Commission, and the Newark City Council Newark Board of Education Liaison Committee. Whereas under Maria Susie Collazo's leadership, the City Council approved new affordable housing, all-weather soccer fields, a skateboard park, new bark park, the city's first dog park, new hotels, a new civic center, including the police department and the Allen L. Nagy Library and the David W. Smith City Hall. Did you ever tell Mayor Nagy that it was only on a 3-2 vote that we actually approved the last? I'm not done. Whereas Maria Susie Collazo has also organized and hosted the Mariachi Festival as part of the Groovin' at the Grove Summer Concert Series and the Dia de los Muertos Festival, which this year we closed off part of Thornton Avenue, again at the request of Councilmember Collazo, because it has become such a significant event attended by hundreds and hundreds of people that it deserved that type of response from the city. So thank you, City Manager Benoon and city staff for making that happen. You requested it and it got done.
Can we mention we had about 3,000 people at the Mariachi Festival and about 2,000 at the Dia de los Muertos this year?
Yes, yes. And the fact that they were all shopping in Newark was just a side benefit. Whereas Maria Susie Collazo is a founding member of Anzando and a proud member of the Newark Rotary Club, past president twice. And I just want to mention Avanzando for those of you that don't know it, and if I misstate anything, please correct me. It's an organization that really gives back to the community, to young students that are seeking higher education and maybe just don't have the financial means to be able to accomplish their goals. Avanzando historically has provided scholarships to needy students in our community, and Susie Collazo was a founding member of that organization, so thank you for that. Whereas Maria Susie Collazo is committed to maintaining the highest quality of life for all residents of the city and devoted uncommon time, talent, and energy to this end, she has earned the respect of her colleagues, city staff, and residents. Now, therefore, we, the City Council members for the City of Newark, do hereby commend Maria Susie Collazo on her retirement from elected service. We thank you for your dedication and tireless service to the Newark community and her advocacy for local businesses by encouraging everyone to shop Newark at City Council meetings. So it's with great pleasure that I present to you this commendation. I would like to invite Assemblymember Alex Lee to return, please. Thank you.
Thank you. So, of course, it is my great honor to provide to you a assembly resolution for your years of service to the City of Newark. But Councilmember Collazo, I really don't think there's anyone else that can claim to have shed as many blood, sweat, and tears literally for this community. And definitely the community has always been with you in all your endeavors. But I really want to stress how important it is that you've always been uplifting every member of the Newark community, but especially spotlighting the Latino community and especially Latina leaders. And you were the first person to join with me to have our first annual ever, at that point, Latino Heritage Month Awards, and really even had it right in front of the Tortilla Factory, and really seen how much you have grown to spotlight this community, because we want to make sure that even as communities change and people come from across the world to live in this great community, that we continue to recognize the history and the heritage that the Latino community has represented. And so this is a gift that is a small token for the incredible advocacy you have for the entire community, and I wish you best of luck out there without having to spend your Thursday nights out here, but we will always be there to help you when you need it as well. Thank you. Congratulations.
Simone Chen, representing Congressman Ro Khanna.
Councilmember Collazo, it's really been a pleasure working with you throughout the years. On behalf of Congressman Ro Khanna, we would like to recognize you for your dedication and your outstanding service as a Newark City Council member and as the founder of Amazondo Rotary Club member and Vice President of Second Chance in Luna. We thank you for the countless lives you have changed and the people you have touched.
Thank you.
And not wanting to miss this time, Astrid Scott, representing Dr. Aisha Wahab.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Collazo. On behalf of the Office of State Senator Dr. Aisha Wahab, you are hereby honored for your service and dedication to the City of Newark as a member of the City Council. Your leadership and commitment have made a meaningful difference in the lives of those who you served. With gratitude and best wishes, y muchas gracias por todos tus años de servicio. Congratulations.
And once again, I will present the certificate that was left for me from our supervisor, Elisa Marquez. Maria Susie Collazo, in recognition of your extraordinary 13 years of dedicated service to the City of Newark, I commend your exceptional leadership, commitment, and tireless work for the betterment of our community. Your contribution as a council member, vice mayor, and active participant in various boards and organizations have left a lasting impact on Newark. Your efforts to support education, community engagement, and cultural celebrations have enriched our city, and your leadership has inspired many. Congratulations on a remarkable career, and may your enduring legacy continue to inspire others to lead with the same dedication, integrity, and the purpose that have defined your service. City Manager Benoon. Thank goodness we only go through this every 56 years. Next, I'd like to invite Vice Mayor Louis Freitas to join me at the podium. In a couple minutes, it's going to be you and me. What an honor. No, right over here, my friend. What an honor to serve with Vice Mayor Freitas. I'll never forget, I'm at St. Edward's Catholic Church, and you know where I'm going to go with this. I'm at St. Edward's Church. We have two openings on the city council. Councilmember Apodaca and Councilmember Marshall decided not to run for re-election. Councilmember Freitas at the time taps me on the shoulder, says, you need to run for city council. And it was with his encouragement that I decided to run for city council back in 2014. And he's true, thank you. He's a gentleman. If there's no other way to characterize Louis Freitas, he's a gentleman and an honorable person in our community. He takes this responsibility so seriously. He does his homework. He talks to staff. He understands the issues. And he knows what the Newark way looks like. Because in his 29 years, he's exemplified the Newark way every day. He served proudly for many years with Mayoral Nagy. They were like yin and yang, Mutt and Jeff. I mean, there's all sorts of analogies I could come up with to describe their relationship. At some point, they were just always on the same page. Councilmember Freitas knew exactly what Mayor Nagy was thinking and vice versa. And we accomplished so much good for this community. I mean, I just think of this beautiful city hall that we're sitting in. For those of you that don't remember the old city hall, which, oh, by the way, Mayor, did not have restrooms on every floor. This is such an upgrade. Other cities look at the city of Newark and how do you do it? How do you continue to do what you do? Because we stay focused. We stay focused on the priorities of our community. And Councilmember Freitas was always, Vice Mayor Freitas was always in tune with that. It was with great honor that I served with him. And I remember when he called me the young council member at the time, and young in terms of years of service. I'm sure that's what you meant. So it's with great honor, and it really a sad day in all honesty. When you say goodbye to folks that have served your community for 50 years, it's really it's a joyous day, but it's also a sad day because you recognize that their contributions to your city from a city council perspective are coming to a conclusion. So it's with great pride that I read that whereas Louis Freitas was first elected to the city council in 1995 and was reelected 6 consecutive terms. Do I need to reach every one of these terms? Do I need to reach every one of these? Serving a total of 29 years as a council member. He served as vice mayor in 1998, 2002, 2006, 2007, 2011. Well, we couldn't find anybody else. 2015, 2020, and 2024. Whereas in his official capacity as a council member and vice mayor, Louis Freitas served as a Newark representative on the Alameda County Transportation Commission, AC Transit Policy Advisory Committee, the Congested Management Agency, the Alameda County Waste Management Authority Board, Stop Waste, and the Community Development Advisory Committee. Whereas Louis Freitas has had so many accomplishments during his elected career that it would be impossible to list them all. Recent accomplishments under his leadership include new affordable housing, all-weather turf soccer fields, a skateboard park, new Bark Park, the city's first dog park, new hotels, and a new civic center, including the police department, Allen L. Nagy Library, and David W. Smith City Hall. Whereas Louis Freitas' community involvement includes LUSO, American Fraternal Federation, PFSA Supreme Council, Newark Optimist Club, Portuguese American Cultural Center, Portuguese American Leadership Council of the United States, and the Newark Portuguese Soccer Club. Whereas Louis L. Freitas is committed to maintaining the highest quality of life for all residents of the city and devoted uncommon time, talent, and energy to this end. He has earned the respect of his colleagues on city staff and all residents. Now, therefore, we, the city council members for the city of Newark, hereby recognize and commend Louis Freitas on his retirement from elected service and thank him for his dedication and tireless service to the Newark community. His leadership, collaborative approach, and willingness to tackle complex issues has made a profound impact on the direction of the city of Newark. So, Vice Mayor, it's with great pride that I present you with this commendation. Yes. Yes, there's more. Assemblymember Lee.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So let me pull out my 7-page speech right now. No. Well, definitely, Vice Mayor, you have deserved. If I were able to type down all your accomplishments, it certainly would be more than 7 pages long. But I really want to commend you for your 29 years of outstanding service. You've served exactly the amount of years I've been alive, and no more. Exactly the amount of years. And so I want to commend you for hitting the perfect time. But I really want to commend you for all the incredible things that you have left Newark with, and especially for these buildings that generations will come to cherish. I just want you to know that everyone was able to fit in this city hall, unlike a different city hall I tried to go to. Not everyone could fit in. So you should be very proud of that. But I also want to thank you for always being steadfast in your support of working families of Newark. It has always been your priority to ensure that those who especially need the help and need the assistance and the attention get that priority first and foremost. And especially in all the work that you've done, I really want to thank you for that. And thank you. Congratulations on your service.
Thank you.
Simone Chen, representing Congressman Ro Khanna.
Vice Mayor Freitas, on behalf of Congressman Ro Khanna, we would like to thank you for your dedication and outstanding service to the community as your role as Vice Mayor and Transportation Commissioner for Alameda County and member of the Portuguese American Cultural Center. Thank you for the countless lives you have changed and the people you have inspired.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And of course, Miss Astrid Scott, representing our state senator, Dr. Aisha Wahab.
Vice Mayor Freitas, on behalf of the Office of State Senator Dr. Aisha Wahab, you are hereby recognized for your dedicated service to the City of Newark as City Council member and Vice Mayor. Your contributions have had a lasting impact on the constituents of Newark. Presented with appreciation by Senator Aisha Wahab.
And of course, the commendation from our local supervisor, Elisa Marquez. Okay. In recognition, Vice Mayor Freitas, in recognition of your extraordinary 29 years of dedicated service to the city of Newark, I commend your unwavering commitment to your community. Your passion for public service and tireless efforts have undoubtedly impacted many lives and set a high standard for others to follow. As both council member and vice mayor, your vision and collaborative approach have been instrumental in driving progress and enhancing the quality of life in Newark. Congratulations on a remarkable career, and may your legacy continue to inspire others to lead with the same dedication, integrity, and purpose that have defined your career. Mr. Benoon. And Vice Mayor Freitas, before you leave,
Yes, sir.
ladies and gentlemen, please know that the residents of our great city of Newark are thankful for Vice Mayor Freitas' 29 years of dedicated service to our community. It has been common practice to recognize our civic leaders for extensive service to our community. Examples include former Councilmember Shirley Sisk, who served on our city council for 21 years. We named our eucalyptus grove on Cedar Boulevard the Shirley Sisk Grove. Former Councilmember Susan Johnson, who served on our city council for 22 years, we named the park on Spruce Street the Susan Johnson Bridgepoint Park. And of course, let's not forget, our library is named after former Mayor Allen L. Nagy for his 42 years of service, and former Mayor David Smith, who, by the way, wanted to be here tonight. Mayor Smith lives in Livermore. He was worried about the traffic and the weather, but he certainly told me that he wanted to be here to commend you for your years of service. But we named this beautiful civic center after Mayor Smith for his 35 years of service, of which 33 years were mayor of the city of Newark. Therefore, we are proceeding with a significant capital project that I will ask my council colleagues to name after Vice Mayor Freitas. Unfortunately, we don't have a timetable when the groundbreaking will occur, and it is a complex project, but more information will follow. At this point, I'm not going to name the project until we get closer to the groundbreaking, but please know that there's a significant capital project that will be named after you in the near future. And I look forward to that day. Thank you, my friend.
That's it.
That's it? That's it?
Thank you, Mayor, thank you.
Unless, Mayor Nagy, are you willing to give up the name of the library?
Thank you all. Thank you. All right, this is where the fun begins. I would like to invite my wife, Kathy. We've been married for 46 years, and my son, James, Teresa, and their children to join me at the podium as I take the oath of office for mayor. Where would you like us to stand?
Right here. Let's bring you closer to the microphone. All right, sir. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Michael K. Hannon,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Discharge the duties.
Discharge the duties. So close. It's always the will well that gets you, not discharge. Would Eve Marie Little please come to the podium for the oath of office?
Please raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Eve Marie Little,
Do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear
That I will support and defend.
that I will support and defend
The Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States,
And the Constitution of the State of California.
the Constitution of the State of California,
Against all enemies.
against all enemies,
Foreign and domestic.
foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
I will bear true faith and allegiance
To the Constitution of the United States.
to the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of the State of California.
and the Constitution of the State of California,
That I take this obligation freely.
that I take this obligation freely
Without any mental reservation.
without any mental reservation
Or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion,
And that I will well and faithfully.
and that I will well and faithfully
Discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
discharge the duties which I'm about to enter.
And then I understand you'd like to say an oath?
I would like to say an oath as well. As many of you guys may or may not know, I'm a big believer of scouting, and I believe what it stands for. So I'm actually going to include the scout oath and the scout pledge, which is important to me. So, on my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and my city, to help people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. A scout and council member is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, and thrifty, and reverent. Thank you.
Will Councilmember Julie Del Contancio and Judge Ian Rivernante please come to the podium for the oath of office?
I state your name.
I, Julie Del Contancio,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear
that I will bear
true faith and allegiance
true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and to the Constitution of the State of California,
and to the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
and I will well
and faithfully
and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which
upon which
I am about to enter.
I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Will Councilmember Terrence Grindal please come to the podium for the oath of office?
All right, so please raise your right hand, repeat after me.
Wrong hand.
I state your name.
I, Terrence Grindal,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United
and
States
the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you. Well, welcome aboard. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to recognize our new city council members, and I'm going to give each one of them an opportunity to say a few words. I'm going to start with Council Member Eve Marie Little.
Thank you so much. I have never in my life ever said this before, but I'm actually a little nervous. This is new for me. So I just want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for absolutely everything. It's so incredibly crazy to me that I was a little girl, little girl from a little town in West Texas, and to be where I am today is just mind-blowing to me. And I'm baffled for words, and it's not going to happen much, so write it down. But most of all, ever since I was a little girl, everyone used to always say they wanted to have these careers and they wanted all these big things. And my brother and my sister are huge career people, engineers doing incredible things. And my dad would always say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I want to help people. And he goes, honey, that don't pay nothing, honey. You got to find a career. You know, and I have always had a passion for helping others. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And when I went off to Texas A&M University, I didn't know what I wanted to be. But I knew I liked international stuff. You know, so I majored in international studies and cultural anthropology with a minor in Spanish. Porque hablo español y es fácil. So es una clase o dos más, perfecto, sacas así. It's 1 or 2 more classes. It's no big deal. And it wasn't until I got the opportunity to go work in Machu Picchu, Peru, that I was working at a hotel there that I found my passion for hospitality, my passion for helping people through providing services and through providing kindness towards others. And that's where I fell in love with it. So I enjoyed it, graduated college, and then someone came into our school class and I had no idea what I was going to do. I was getting a career, had no idea. And someone said, hey, there's an internship opportunity at a school called Chungcheongyang Daehakyo in Onyangocheon, South Korea. I said, all right. Let's do it. So I applied for it and I got accepted to South Korea. And it was so funny because all my friends were going, Eve, you're going to Asia. And I'm like, yeah. And they go, do you speak Korean? No. All right. And it wasn't until I was actually on the plane when they said, 안녕하세요, 이곳은 한국 에어라인스입니다. Oh, snap. It got real. You know, and I was learning quickly. But the thing was, I learned about the Asian culture and I learned about that and I learned more and more and I had a passion for wanting to learn more. And I was a teacher at that school. and I learned Korean. Because if you're hungry enough, you'll learn a language, and I made the effort to care. And then I moved back to the United States, and I realized, hospitality is really where I am, but I also like teaching. So I fell in love with that, and then when I lived in Houston, I started working for the African consulate of Ghana, and I worked for the Ghanaian consulate. And I would get a lot of, man, you don't look African. And I was like, it's okay, you can talk to me, it's fine, you can tell me. But I got to learn more about that culture as well, and that was important to me. And then I learned about the Chinese culture and the Asian culture when I worked as a dragon boat racer. Why am I sharing all of this to you? Why am I telling you all this? It's because I care. And I care about different cultures, and I care about different backgrounds. And that's the reason I care a lot. So one of the big things here in this community is I am a leader in scouting, and I'm very involved with it, and I'm very thankful for everybody's here. But one thing I did was I took a lot of things in scouting, and I grabbed it and took it on. And that's what I've been told a lot is I just take things on and I go 1,000 miles an hour. And that's part of the things I want to do with our city. I really want to do big changes here. And I also want all people from all backgrounds, from all cultures to feel comfortable and talk to me. This is important to me. And Susie has left great things of getting involved and getting and doing things. And that's important to me that I can be there to represent. It's important to me. And Louis, I just wanted to thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you for your leadership to me. Thank you for being so sweet. And when you and I spoke and you just said, Eve, you're exactly what the city needs. And then he told me, in 29 years, I have never endorsed a candidate. And after me and your energy and your spunk, I would like to endorse you. And I said, thank you so much. What does endorsing mean? So this was a great opportunity for me. And thank you, Marjan. Thank you also for your kindness as well. Thank you for your kind words. Susie, thank you for your conversation. And thank you for the kind words that you said to me. But most of all, I want to thank Mayor Mike Hannon. I came up to him because someone attempted to break into our Boy Scout shed. Mike Marzano knows what I'm talking about. We've had a lot of problems with it. And I was angry, and he said, what are you going to do about it? And I said, I don't know, but I'm angry. And he goes, why don't you run for city council? I was like, you know what? I will. And he said, good. And then I turned in my paperwork to Sheila. I said, oh my gosh, I'm running for city council. But I did put my heart into it. I did listen to people. I walked 89.48 steps. I'm 89.48 miles, 429,000 steps, almost 500,000 steps. I lost 17 pounds. I've gained 6 so far, just an FYI. Thank you. But I also want to say a huge thank you to our former Al Nagy. Thank you so much. He sees what I do for Scouting for Food. He sees what I do in the scouting community. And he said, Eve, I know you're not a talker. You're not going to be walking around shaking hands and kissing babies. You're actually going to be on the boots work, because he knows what I do. And he held my hand through my campaign. He helped answer questions for me. I would take screenshots of where I would walk, and I'd say, hey, check this out. And he goes, walk more. So I want to thank you for that very much. And of course, he's not here today, but Mr. Dave Smith also, thank you for the conversation that I had with him. He had great things for us. But most of all, as someone who works in the hospitality industry, as someone who works in the education industry, the biggest people here at the end of the day is the staff. I want to thank all of the staff members with our city. Thank you for what you guys do behind the scenes, especially Miss Sheila. Thank you for what you do. You held my hand through all my election stuff. Thank you so much. And I know everyone's tired, and I know everyone's hungry, so I will just share one thing with you guys before I finish. I hope I did everything right. I hope I don't have a script. I never have a script. I just YOLO. But I do want to let you guys know, one time a friend of mine said to me, Eve, you know the thing about you is, Eve, you're not a soda shaken 3 times. You're more like a bottle of champagne after a hurricane. And I was like, and so I would like you guys just take that hurricane, take that drink, and cheers to the future of our city. Thank you so much.
I couldn't help but notice, though, when you said Texas A&M University, I didn't hear Go Aggies. Did I, Mr. Benoon? Councilmember Julie Del Contancio.
Thank you.
Perfect. I want to make sure this is on. Is the green light on? You're on.
Okay, there we are. Is your heart in the right place? Those were actually the very words that Vice Mayor Luis Freitas had just come up to me. Luis said,
is it in the right place? And he stared at me and he said, is it? Is it? Right when I walked into the building. And so I just want to say, yes, it is, because my heart is with Newark. And I love this community. It's actually the only community that my daughter knows. She grew up here, and now she's a senior in high school. And her friends are also here with her, and their families as well. I know that there was a lot of people that came up when I was taking my oath, but many of us go way back. And when I say that, I mean into childhood, I mean into decades. We also have Honorable Judge Tamisa Hawkenhall-Stone. She's here too. And she came up with me. She was actually one of my teachers in high school just for a moment while she was going through law school as well. And she's always been an inspiration to me. And so when I decided to run, I wanted to also open up my campaign to young students here in Newark as well, so that way they could be part of the campaign, so that they could be part of Newark, so that when they grow up and they go on to college, that they have a reason to come back home to Newark. And that's exactly where we want them. We want them home. And we want everyone to be part of Newark. And I just really wanted to say thank you to everyone and the volunteers that have come and to help not only my campaign, but also to help Newark in every way possible. Additionally, my incredible interns and their families, Jalila, Gabby, Noah, Isha, your energy and dedication and belief in this campaign really inspires me daily. You represent the future of leadership in our community, and I'm so proud of what we've accomplished together. Thank you to those who I've known over decades and continue to inspire me. I know we have the Mesa family is here too, the Carone family, the Luz, the Katabais, Katanchos, Cares, and Judge Ian Rivermonte, he also came. He was actually a peer of mine, a student, a friend, and eventually he became a judge. And so it's just those type of people that you want to keep in your lives that continue to inspire you, that continue to help you, that continue to support you. And so I just want to say thank you to everyone. And this moment actually is very significant to me because it honors a legacy of service that runs deep in my family. My grandparents instilled in me the values of hard work, sacrifice, and giving back. On my maternal side, my family immigrated to the United States of America in the 1920s, and my grandfather proudly served in World War II, dedicating himself to protecting our cherished freedoms. His legacy lives on in those that continue to fight for our country. And my maternal side, my grandmother, she served at the Gideon's Masonic Home. And on my paternal side, my grandparents worked for the school district, and they promoted education. My parents and my family's contributions, big and small, they remind me every day that service to others is the foundation of a meaningful life. I know that our campaign was built on a belief that Newark was more than a city, because it really is. It's a family. We're vibrant and diverse, and we are a community that cares about people, from our schools to our parks to local businesses and neighborhood watch teams. As your council member, I plan to work tirelessly to improve whatever it is that we need to enhance our city and support everyone. Let me be clear though, this is only the beginning, because reaching our goals requires all of us to stay engaged, and I believe that every resident will continue to shape Newark, whether volunteering or supporting local businesses or attending city meetings. Your voice does matter. And so I just want to end with stating that I have an incredible spouse, Jeff, a wonderful daughter, Jalila, and my parents who instilled in me the values that guide my work. Thank you for your unwavering love. And to everyone who believed that Newark was a place to call home, I just want to say thank you. And we never know exactly who those last 3 voters were, but I want to say thank you. Thank you to them.
Councilmember Grindal.
Yep, it's on. So first of all, I want to thank Councilmember Cayasso and congratulate you for all the help you've provided me over the years, and I wish you the best in your retirement. I want to express the same to Councilmember Freitas. It's very much appreciated. We're always working with you, and I wish you the best in your retirement. And of course, Anna, it's been a pleasure to work with you, and I'm going to take you up on the offer to provide advice in the future. You can count on it. Newark residents, I'm deeply honored and excited to embark on this journey. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter, one where we work together to strengthen our community, address challenges, and build a future we can all be proud of. First, I want to express my sincere gratitude to the voters of Newark for placing your trust and confidence in me. I'm here because of you, and I promise to give you my very best every day. A special thank you to my family, Annabelle, Alita, Travers, and Winwin. Your unwavering support and encouragement have been my backbone throughout this challenge. Your love and strength have made all the difference. I'm also profoundly grateful to the many community leaders who stood with me, especially my friend and mentor, Mayor Emeritus David W. Smith, for whom this very building is named. Mayor Smith's endorsement, guidance, and mentorship has been invaluable to me. His legacy of service and commitment to Newark continues to inspire. As many of you know, I had the opportunity of knocking on thousands of doors during this campaign. It was daunting, but it was also one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. Directly engaging with Newark residents and hearing your stories and concerns reaffirmed my commitment to this community. I want to continue that dialogue in the years ahead. That's why every month I'll be hosting a coffee with a council member, a chance for anyone in our community to sit down with me, share your thoughts, and discuss how we can make Newark even better. You can also just call me or send me an email, but I want to open the door to that. The first coffee will be on January 11th at 2 p.m. at the Old Town Starbucks. I'll announce details each month from this dais and on my website, which is terrencefornewark.org. One of the highlights of being part of this community is our annual Newark Days Parade. It's a wonderful tradition that brings us all together. As I participated in the parade this year, I thought about the journey that I've taken and the road ahead. After the election, it occurred to me that the titles of the playlists I played during the parade tell something of the story for this journey. Running Down a Dream by Tom Petty. This song captures the essence of my dream, to work hard for our community, to make Newark a place where we all can thrive. Family Affair by Mary Kay Blige. This is a reminder of the work that we do is to strengthen our families and community, and also that I'm so grateful for the constant love and support from my own family as I serve this city. Taking Care of Business by Bachman Turner Overdrive, a reminder to stay focused and enjoy the work we do in Newark. And Don't Stop by Fleetwood Mac, a mantra to keep pushing, keep going, no matter how tough things get, as I knock on one more door in 100-degree temperatures, and then another and another and another. Celebrate by Kool and the Gang, obviously, celebrating the trust you've placed in me and ready to get to work. And You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet by Bachman Turner Overdrive. I promise to you, this is just the beginning. The best is yet to come. And I'm committed to working hard every day to make this community better. As your council member, I'll work tirelessly to make Newark fairer, safer, more inclusive, and more vibrant. I will also push for a more efficient and transparent government that truly reflects the needs and desires of our residents. In closing, I want to again thank Newark voters for giving me the privilege to serve you. I'm deeply honored. Let's get to work. Together we can make Newark a city where every person can succeed, where our children will have brighter futures, and where our community will continue to flourish. Thank you.
Councilmember Jorgens. Okay. I'm going to go back to Councilmember Eve Marie Little. You had a couple folks you wanted to thank.
Well, I'm gonna have to learn this. So I definitely wanted to also thank, and I just, since I don't have a written script or anything fancy, I wanted to thank, the big thing is I'm by myself here in California. But I'm very, very, very fortunate to have my incredible boyfriend, Mr. Andrew Smith, right there in the back. Right there. Raise your hand. Don't be shy. I wanted to thank him for putting up with me. I'm a lot of work, and I want to say thank you. I'm a lot of work. And I want to thank you so much for being patient. And when I told you I wanted to run for city council, you said, end quote. And also I want to thank my son. It was very, very difficult. Austin Alexander Ruhlman, little de Chavez de Sancho Barbara Gutierrez Padilla. And you can stand up, Austin. Thank you. And I just want to thank him. I know it was very difficult on me being gone for every single weekend, and I want to say thank you, Austin, for your patience, and thank you for everything.
Great. What a historical evening. I'm honored that the voters of our great city of Newark have reelected me to serve as our mayor for a second term. Let me briefly summarize my recent experience as I walked and knocked on over 3,500 homes in our community, ensuring that I touched all neighborhoods. Our residents were very receptive and courteous as they highlighted why they love our city and more specifically, their neighborhood. As an elected official or candidate seeking elected office, we must continually remind ourselves that we serve the public, that no idea from a resident is a bad idea, and that we must take the opportunity to listen, as there are many good ideas that emanate from our residents, and just as important, so many heartwarming stories out there in our community. Residents were also very much at ease, suggesting opportunities to enhance our city, whether they were discussing street conditions, public safety, or our schools. Even in those few occasions where there was disagreement on the direction of our city, the conversations were beneficial as I had the opportunity to appreciate and hear different suggestions and perspectives. I'm also grateful that our residents passed Measure LL, which will provide our city approximately $2.3 to $2.5 million of revenue that will allow us to begin designing and eventually development of 2 new fire stations as we replace the fire stations on Cherry and Russian. Please consider that Measure LL an increase in the transient occupancy tax, commonly known as the hotel tax, passed with over 80% support. I'd like to personally thank the International Association of Firefighters Local 55 for their support of Measure LL. We need to ensure that these public safety personnel who respond to the most critical events, whether fire or medical, have accommodations that align with the dedicated service that they provide our community. During my second term, I will ask my colleagues on the City Council to focus on the following community-driven priorities. Improve the quality of our city streets. We recently surveyed our residents, and the #1 priority, interestingly enough, was not public safety, rather the conditions of our city streets. It is clear as we currently are performing underground infrastructure on our main thoroughfare, Thornton Avenue, as we prepare to conduct a complete street rebuild from Thornton Avenue down to Spruce Street. We were so fortunate to receive $4 million of support from Congressman Ro Khanna and Assembly Member Alex Lee. In addition, we received $20 million from the Metropolitan Transportation Commission for infrastructure and other improvements along that roadway. We anticipate the finalizing of the design and construction documents next year, and construction will begin soon thereafter. Public safety. I've always felt that we, as the governing body, have no greater responsibility than ensuring our residents are safe and feel safe. To that end, when residents dial 911, our public safety personnel continue to respond in a timely manner to address and resolve whatever emergency exists. Our residents must have a sense that the city of Newark is a safe place to raise a family, and it is our responsibility to provide our public safety personnel with the tools and equipment necessary to meet that expectation. Scrolling. Ladies and gentlemen, we truly have dedicated public servants in our city government under the leadership of our city manager, David Benoon. We also have such dedicated employees working in a variety of different departments in our city, ensuring that your request for service or the services that they provide are nothing less than outstanding. Let's thank all public employees that are here today and tonight.
Yay.
Newark Public Schools. I heard from many residents concerned about the Newark Public Schools. I advise residents that we have a separate elected school board and encourage residents to remain or become engaged with the Newark Unified School Board. I do recognize that many of our residents do not distinguish between city government and the school district. I also recognize that several of our newly elected council would like to see more interaction between the city and the school district to see if there are partnership opportunities that will elevate test scores and to begin conversations as to the best reuse for schools that have become vacant due to declining enrollment. I'm committed to meeting with the new president of the Newark Unified School Board to see where we can assist the school board in achieving these goals. I'm appreciative of our city manager, David Benoon, who regularly meets with the interim superintendent, Vicar, as we seek commonality in lifting up our schools to a point where residents are desirous of sending their children to their local neighborhood school. That's okay. This is a point in our history that is historic. We have 3 council members who have spent over 50 years of combined service to their community. Simply stated, council members Apodaca, Collazo, and Vice Mayor Freitas have clearly demonstrated a love for our community and have served us nobly, always keeping the best interests in the community at the forefront. I will miss Councilmember Collazo's reminder at the close of every council meeting with the request that we shop Newark. This transition is historic, but also a great opportunity to begin anew as I welcome council members Eve Marie Little, Julie Del Cantancio, and Terrence Grindal to join Councilmember Jorgens and me as they have now assumed seats up here at the dais. I've had the opportunity to meet with my new colleagues one-on-one. We've exchanged ideas on the future of our community, and these new council members have some exciting ideas that will further enhance the quality of our community. Furthermore, we discussed the concept of what we have historically described as the Newark Way. This term carries some of the following characteristics. We're part of a team that seeks to improve the quality of life for our residents, of those seeking to move into our city of Newark. We view council meetings as opportunity for celebration. And of course, we treat each other and city staff with the respect that they have earned as dedicated public servants. Each of these folks brings different life experiences and will undoubtedly chart a new and vibrant course for our community. Quite frankly, as mayor, I'm excited to be able to lead and participate with my council colleagues as we define our new future. In conclusion, I want to thank my wife, Kathleen, my partner of 45 years, who managed my campaign. As my colleagues have pointed out, no day went without walking our neighborhoods. And when I would come home tired, Kathy would say, here's the next neighborhood that you're going to walk. A little tidbit, Kathleen managed my University of Portland campaign when I ran and was elected student body president. Remember, Kathy, how we mimeographed flyers and posted them in dormitories or handed them out? Campaigning was so much simpler. I'd like to thank my son James and his wife Teresa and my grandkids Owen and Eve for being here tonight. I know many of my family members living up in Oregon are watching these proceedings, and I want to thank them for their encouragement and support. So I thank you for the opportunity to represent you as your mayor as we move forward. The regular meeting of the City Council will now please come to order. Please let the record show that all members of the council are present this evening. Public comment. The next item is public comment on any item not listed on the agenda. Would anyone in the audience like to speak? And please state your name for the record. Anybody. Just understand that your comments keep us from the food. Any public comments? Seeing none, we will move on to the consent calendar. The consent calendar consists of the following items, D1 through D6. Are there any items that staff would like pulled from the consent calendar?
Not this evening, Your Honor.
Thank you. Are there any items the audience would like pulled from the consent calendar? Are there any items my colleagues on the council would like pulled from the consent calendar? The consent calendar consists of the following items. 1, approval of the audited demands. 2, approval of the November 14, 2024 minutes. Motion approving the 2025 local appointments of lists and distribution. Adopt a resolution authorizing the city to accept and the city manager to enter the memorandum of understanding with the California Department of Justice for the Tobacco Fund grant and approving a budget adjustment. Adopt a resolution to accept the development impact fee annual and 5-year report for the period ending June 30, 2024, and approve findings for each development impact fee that the City of Newark imposes on development project. 6, adopt resolutions establishing the City Council meeting calendar for 2025 and authorize the city manager to take administrative actions during the August recess. Would someone like to move the items to be approved with any items approved by resolution or ordinance being numbered consecutively and that the reading of the title suffice for purposes of introduction or adoption of the ordinance? Who would like to move?
I'll move approval.
Thank you, Councilmember Grindal. Who would like to second? Second by Julie Del Contancio, council member. Please vote. Now, don't make me look bad, okay? And that passes unanimously 5-0. There are no public hearings or other business. City Manager Benoon, updates?
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Right. City Council matters? Let's see. I need a motion appointing vice mayor and adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of financial documents. Madam Clerk, do I make that announcement? Or Mr. Benoon? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to announce that the vice mayor for the great city of Newark for the next year will be Council Member Eve Marie Little.
Well, it's a motion. Mayor, it's a motion that needs a second, so I would like to second your motion there.
Thank you very much. See, that's why I have the most experienced council member with 2 years at the dais here to help me. Thank you, Councilmember Jorgens, for the second to my motion. Let's vote.
May I vote as well?
You may vote as well. And that passes unanimously, 5-0.
Resolution of the City Council of the City of Newark authorizing, signing, and endorsing checks, warrants, and other instruments.
I'm sorry, Madam Clerk. Did anybody in the audience want to speak to the recommendation on the council that Eve Marie Little be the vice mayor? Great. Let the record show there was no public comment and that congratulations.
Thank you.
For those of you that don't know, in the city of Newark, we rotate the vice mayor on an annual basis. And so Ms. Little will be our vice mayor for the next year, followed by Councilmember Matthew Jorgens. So followed by Councilmember Julie Del Contancio, and then followed by Councilmember Grindal. So thank you. The next item is to adopt a resolution confirming my appointments to various agency boards and committees. And you'll see it, ladies and gentlemen, in front of you. I'm requesting your authorization for these appointments, if you'd like to take a moment to look at them. The critical issue there is when you're listed as an alternate, my expectation as the mayor is that we're always going to attend any committee that we are assigned to. But if something should occur, vacation, illness, whatever the case may be, in most cases you have an alternate. So just let your alternate know that you're not able to attend, and I'm certain that alternate would be happy to do so. Would anybody in the audience like to speak to these assignments? Any council comments or questions? Also, to keep in mind, colleagues, these are an annual appointment. So if there's an assignment that you would like next year, feel free to look at that as an additional opportunity. Okay? I want to thank my colleagues for their support on this item. If I can get a motion and a second, please.
I motion it.
Motion made by Vice Mayor Little.
I'll second.
Thank you. Second by Councilmember Grindal. Please start voting. And that passes unanimously. See how easy it is in Newark? Just boom, 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 done, done, done.
Resolution of the City Council of the City of Newark confirming the mayor's appointments to various agencies, boards, commissions, and committees.
I'm going to leap ahead. Councilmember Apodaca, just in your memory, there's no closed session tonight. Colleagues, this is an opportunity for any final council comments. I'll look to my far right, Councilmember Jorgens.
Yes, I do want to say that, we have 50 years of council experience on the other end of the table. We just have to go back 2 years with Mayor Nagy and Councilmember Bucci leaving to put us over 100. So those are, big shoes to fill.
See, it's not just me.
Those are big shoes to fill. So I'm, excited to get to work with all of you. And right now the table, looks good. So really excited to start getting to work.
Excellent. Councilmember Del Contancio.
I just want to say thank you again to everyone, especially Mayor Smith, Mayor Nagy, Mayor Hannon, Vice Mayor Fredis, and council members Susie and Anna. Thank you so much for all your service, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Councilmember Grindal.
One more reminder that the Coffee with Councilmember Grindal is going to be on January 11th at 2 p.m. at the Old Town Starbucks. And beyond that, I'd like to once more thank the voters of Newark for the confidence you've placed in me. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember. Vice Mayor Little.
I just want to say thank you. I thank you very, very much. And you make me feel so small when you say Vice Mayor Little. So small. But I just want to say thank you. I hope everyone's excited to go run and get some food. But I just want to let you know I will be involved. Not coffee yet, but I'll be involved and I'll be out there and I'll just give you guys my slogan, little's the name, but big is the game. Thank you.
I was really proud of our new council members when I heard their statements in terms of their affection and devotion to our community. Clearly well stated. I think we're on the right path. It's a new day, a new history that we're going to be defining in our city, and I'm confident and comfortable with who you have chosen to represent our great city. Before I adjourn the meeting, I'd like to invite everyone to enjoy the reception in the lobby with the council members and their families stay in the chamber so that we may take some pictures. I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah. To all of our residents, please be safe during the holidays, and we will convene this great body back here in January. This meeting is adjourned.